Hey guys, hope you're having a great Thursday. It's Mike.
It's just Mina.
It's Jen.
Have you guys ever seen the movie The Minority Report?
No.
Is that old? Am I old? Okay, it's a movie with Tom Cruise. Basically, it's about a future where computers are able to predict crimes before it happens. So now there's an agency set up where I think they're called the pre-crime unit, and they catch people before they commit a crime. So let's say you're thinking about killing your friend Jen here. And then all of a sudden, like, somebody just shows up, like, you're arrested, you're like, I didn't do anything. But they're like, well, you're gonna do something. And now you're going to prison for the rest of your life.
So is this based on where crimes usually
happen?
No,
it's completely, like, in the future, just predictions. It's almost like somebody, as a robot can see into the future and see what you did.
But you have to predict based on something, right?
Yeah.
No, their source of powers are psychics.
In
the movie, yeah.
Oh, in the movie.
In the movie.
Okay.
No. What we're talking about today is there's a unit, there's a method used in Kyoto, where police officers are basically responding to crime sort of before they happen, but not really. This is more analysis, like it's more Moneyball. They're basically patrolling areas where frequently crimes happen. But instead of responding to crimes, what they do is they type into a computer. They're like, today I wanna bust up some burglaries. They type in burglaries, and it'll show them where, okay, this place it might happen. So they just kind of drive around until they find a burglar or something.
But don't you think that the burglars will change their routines?
Well, I feel like this is not as great as it sounds. Not as like fantastic, fantasy-esque, sci-fi-esque as it sounds. Because when I first read the story, I'm like, whoa, this is really cool. By the way, thank you to JS Pam for sending this to me on Twitter. And I just want to mention, if you guys want to send us stories to talk about, tweet me. Probably one of the better ways to do it. When I first saw the story, I'm like, well, this is kind of like pre-crime. This is predicting the future. It's really not. It's kind of just them responding to high crime areas.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just
right?
like the computer analysis, like whatever happens the most.
It's pretty simple, actually.
Yeah, but it's worked. It worked, and apparently it's also implemented in Santa Cruz, California, for the last like decade. And it's seen a 20% drop in crime. Yeah, like what we said, it's really kind of like, okay, a lot of burglaries happening in the Yakuza district of Kyoto. Let's just put more police officers there, and then crime's gonna go down. That's kind of simple, right? Why don't everybody do that?
Yeah, I mean,
guess
it's better than nothing at this point.
Burglars should start getting smart. Well, they shouldn't, but...
Well, it's not just burglaries, right? So they're sexual assaults, like all sorts of crimes, and this is kind of like, I feel like what New York City did when they reduced crime was they flooded the high crime areas with rookie police officers. That's what they did, and the crime went down.
Wait, high crime areas with rookie police officers?
Yeah, with
Isn't
rookie
that
police
dangerous?
officers. I think that's why they put rookie police officers. I mean, if you've been on the force a long time, you don't want to be the one like, yeah, I don't want to go there. Yeah.
What?
So they put rookie police officers there, and it worked. With just the presence of police. So what they're doing in Kyoto right now is they're going to, like, I don't know, high sex assault areas, and they're like flashing their lights and driving around, which I think is a great idea. I just don't know why nobody else really does this except for Santa Cruz in
I
Japan.
think it's, you have to pay the police officers, so...
Well, I mean, isn't this better than when, let's say they have nothing to do, when they're just driving around waiting for a call? This is more of a proactive approach. Also, I'll tell you this right now. I've been to Kyoto. And at nights, it gets shady over there.
Really?
Oh yeah, it gets shady. Like, I'm walking around Kyoto at night, and I'm just like, man, everybody looks like a Yakuza. And I swear to goodness, I had dinner with a Yakuza guy when I was in Kyoto, and he gave me a little chair made out of a champagne cork. And I had to accept it because I thought if I didn't, I would just die.
Oh, my friend told me that if you're a girl, never go to Japan alone.
Really?
Yeah, because it's too dangerous for you.
You know what? I feel like Japan is one of the safest countries in the world.
Yeah.
But there are definitely some areas I wouldn't go. Like, I feel like Osaka at night is pretty safe. Tokyo at night is pretty safe. There's tons of people. But Kyoto at night, because there's so many because the streets are kind of ancient. They're from the Edo era. And there's a lot of shady guys in the alleys. I feel like after it gets dark in Kyoto, there's a lot of Yakuza just walking around at night. I don't know if Kyoto is a Yakuza city, but it's kind of felt like that way to me. And I swear to goodness, the guy who gave me the champagne cork, like, that is stereotypical anime Yakuza looking dude. Like, I sat down at dinner, I looked up, I'm like, yo, that's a Yakuza guy. I mean, he might as well just like staple Yakuza on his forehead because like that's how it
That's
comes.
kind of cool though.
How is that cool? It's like meeting John Gotti. Why is that a good
you're
thing?
watching an anime and the next thing you know in real life he's right there.
It's great watching a ghost movie and not great meeting a ghost. So yeah, like I mentioned, if this thing does work, then it seems like pretty simple analysis, computer number crunching. Then I feel like most people should do it. And I really want the pre-crime thing to happen. Do you guys think that's a good idea? If we can somehow develop pre-crime.
No.
There's so many flaws in the system.
Yeah.
Like imagine if you go to a certain street waiting for the crime to happen,
Yeah.
but it doesn't happen there and it happens somewhere else. Oh yeah, I heard like some dude got arrested because he was holding a flashlight.
That's kind of crazy. They're kind of identifying what you're holding. I mean, a flashlight depends. Is it one of those like big, you know what I'm talking about? Those big metallic silver flashlight like you use as a club?
So they associate things like flashlights and striped shirts. Like when you commit a burglary, you wear those striped shirts.
What?
Yeah, they're just like, oh, that guy's wearing that on this street where crime rates are high, so I arrest him. So
you know what?
it's a little too much.
If you decide to walk around in broad daylight with a striped shirt and a flashlight, you need to get arrested. But let us know your thoughts about this article. We'll post it up in the link in the description box below. Thank you all so much for watching. See ya.
Bye.